Cansado daquele atacante que só perde gols? Reforce seu time comprando coins de maneira rápida e segura, sem risco de banimento. Cobrimos qualquer oferta do mercado. Chame agora mesmo no link da descrição.
The stream continues.
Right, here we go. We've had a kick-off now. The one-off against VERJGANG, his first proper kick of the ball on FC25. And there he is on the big screen. What an opportunity this is as well for the one-offs to really send out a message to the rest of the competition, because you're right to say off the rankings case coming in, the one-offs has jumped up a few spots already, mainly from what he was able to achieve in the qualifier. Big chance early doors. Anders is going to get an easy tap in. 4 minutes in. And as I was trying to build up a story for the one-offs, it sort of hasn't really come to anything in the end.
As we get to see the replay here for Andos, Bruno Fernandes into Mbappe across goal. He gets the rebound. Unfortunate for Courtois, as we see Anders' amazing reaction and celebrations there. I'm sure we'll see more of those celebrations as the tournament continues, because we haven't seen too much of them this year. And so I'm sure all of us in the chat can agree that we've missed them.
Wow. Manu is cooking. 15 minutes gone there. 3-0 he leads. What a start. We know that Team Ullet are such a talent factory. They know pretty much every single detail in the game as the meta continues to change. And you are seeing a perfect case study there of the former world champion, Manu Bashiri. What a start he's having, guys.
Absolutely. I've spoken to multiple other pros this year, and every single player speaks so highly of Manu's competition this year, of his gameplay. I think that he's coming into this, maybe not being the world champion is that fire that he needed to be lit to bring him back into reality and get him back into the scene this year, because we're seeing a much different Manu Bashiri than we saw in the beginning of last year's FC Pro season, and I think that that'll just continue throughout the entirety of the year.
Well, the only game that we haven't really had a goal in, I believe, is Nicholas against Leandro Peixoto. So Nicholas obviously wasn't part of the FC Pro Open last year, believe it or not, which sounds so weird to say. This time he was able to get his qualification, and a fun fact about Nicholas, he's the only player here that's got 2 coaches with him, which certainly goes to show how much preparation he is making. Gravenberch punch into Didier Drogba, one more pass into Ray-10! Offside or a free kick?
We did have a question that we missed there, Brandon. Is it in Europe? Do you have an answer for that one? Do we want to give that away?
Am I allowed to give it away? As someone won the Ballon d'Or from that nation.
That's a great question.
That's a great question.
That is a fantastic question.
Bobby Charlton, Mbappe dispossessed by Rio Ferdinand. Of course, keep in mind as well that all our players here tonight in the FC Pro Open have to follow certain draft restrictions, which ensures that the competition just remains exciting as ever. This time round, it was a 9 million coin budget. And with the introduction of some of those thunderstruck players, I mean, a question for you at home to get involved in the conversation. One thunderstruck icon was allowed in these teams with a 9 million coin budget. Which player would you choose? As Nicholas opens up his account, and no surprises come from a set piece. His coaches are certainly paying off. Have you been lucky to pack a thunderstruck icon yet?
Not yet. I've actually had not too much luck in like the last month or two. The best item that I've packed recently is Gabriel Jesus FC Pro Live item. So I'm looking at you, PhD, in the future.
Just see the chat as well popping up there. Rooney, I was lucky enough to get my hands on that Rooney Thunderstruck. Other than that, I feel like I've packed every English icon that's been a Thunderstruck player, but no one else, unfortunately. Oh no, I got Roy Keane actually. That was a little bit of a disappointment when I checked out. He was worth nothing. And then 20 minutes later, guess what I did? Did a base icon SBC, got Roy Keane.
Oh my goodness, that is unlucky.
Couldn't quite believe my luck. 20 minutes gone here, Anders VERJGANG, FC Pro World Champion, leading by a goal to 0 still. Remember, there are so many crazy matchups coming tonight. That's a clever pass around the corner. Steven Gerrard might just about get on there, but not for so long, as Theo Hernandez was able to just save the ball. Anders VERJGANG again, coming forward. It's a deflection that's certainly going to help him out.
Now, it's important to note, Brandon, that the one-offs did compete in the group stage last year, and it didn't quite go as he would have liked. He was bottom of the group at the end of it. But I will say, do you think that he might have a bit more confidence as, you know, it's year 2 going into it? He's been in this seat before. He's been under the purple lights. I mean, I think we could see a bit more just confidence sitting there in that chair. What do we think?
100%. Speaking of the one-offs, there's a chance there, timed it green. And another one from Steven Gerrard, of all people, coming over the time of Green Trevally. You're absolutely right. I think the one-offs has got another year of land experience behind him. I'm excited to see how he plays out across these next 2 match days, including tonight. Leandro Peixoto, keep an eye out for him. The new man for FC Lorient. That's just equalised against Nicholas. Back to this one now. Lofted ball finds Theo Hernandez on the left-hand side. And at the moment, everything that's coming, VERJGANG's...
Cansado daquele atacante que só perde gols? Reforce seu time comprando coins de maneira rápida e segura, sem risco de banimento. Cobrimos qualquer oferta do mercado. Chame agora mesmo no link da descrição.
Over here. Are we seeing a goal or is this live now? This is live. It still is only by a goal to nil. Anders VERJGANG in the lead. 30 minutes on the clock. And if you were lucky to get Xavi Simons, I mean, we've been speaking about people investing in players. If you've got the coins laying around to invest in more than even one Xavi Simons, fair play to you. Richard was just saying he's worth 900k at the moment on the market.
Yeah, I cannot afford even one. So my most recent purchase was Nathan Ake, and he was around 450k, and so I spent the rest of my bank on that one. So we're looking at you, Tex. We're looking at you next week.
Remember, just 3 points tonight from any of the players would upgrade their FC Pro Love item by +1 on their overall rating. And the more points they get in the FC Pro Open, the more upgrades that will happen, including potentially even a championship win in it all. There could be a huge upgrade for those that have invested at home. Here's Anders looking for a second dropper. Courtois saves for a corner. Watch out for Van Dijk, you know where it's going. And he weren't too happy that that corner did not land. Update over here. Manu is back into a 3-goal lead again. Bobby Charlton. He's pricey, Case, but the pros that have been using him across these first 2 weeks, they've backed it up.
Yeah, I think if you love him and you're able to utilize his play styles, definitely add him into the team. But it's hard because with that many coins and such a small budget, and then you probably hear 9 million, and you're like, what are you talking about, Case? That is not a small budget, but it goes away very quickly when you add players like Bobby Charlton or even any icons, because Anders has Rio in his squad, and so putting those heavy price players in, the budget goes down very, very quickly.
Well, the one-offs obviously also does have Bobby Charlton in his team. Not been able to see too much from the English icon on this game in particular, but he has had so many chances against Anders. He's certainly been in this one. Update over here again on the stroke of half-time. Leandro Peixoto, first time through ball, finds Didier Drogba. And the trademark power shot, the all-important play style plus. It pays again in the final third. This could be another chance for Anders. Courtois.
Big save, big save.
Oh my, you've got to be careful there. The one-offs, you cannot be making those sort of mistakes in the FC Pro Open. He might be made to pay for this now. It could be a gift for Anders. He's saved again by the Belgium shot stopper, but the pressure's still not fully dealt with. Anders with another wave of attack. The Courtois is having an unbelievable game. Quick corner comes in, Van Dijk is there! And finally on the 6th time of asking, Anders VERJGANG will find a 2-goal lead.
My goodness, as we look at the replay here, it is an easy corner attempt, green timed with Virgil van Dijk as we see these celebrations. We've seen a bit of frustration from Anders in the last few minutes of the game, but I think that will help him going into halftime. But I'll be honest, like, I've still been impressed with the one-offs. He's able to keep Anders off. 2 goals, there's plenty of time left to go, Brandon.
He's easy to have like 3 or 4 good chances there, Case. The one thing that impressed me the most there is that any player other than Anders VERJGANG in that scenario, you just give up on that chance. He just never gave up, did he? He was constantly just pressing and pressing and pressing, and he was able to create about 3 or 4 or 5 chances in the space of about 1 in-game minutes. Man,
I'm thinking if I am in the one-off's shoes in that situation, you know how sweaty my hands would be? How worried I'd be? I think I'd be having heart palpitations because of how many chances Anders was given, and obviously he was able to finalize that one on pretty much the 6th opportunity, but great goalkeeper movement as well. Courtois might be MVP for him.
Hello. And that should do us for half-time. Half-time, Anders leads 2-0 in this game. He's still not happy though.
Cansado daquele atacante que só perde gols? Reforce seu time comprando coins de maneira rápida e segura, sem risco de banimento. Cobrimos qualquer oferta do mercado. Chame agora mesmo no link da descrição.
2 more weeks before the Christmas break, then we're back to do round 2 of matches. And then our big finals on the 1st of February that weekend. We'll find potentially a new FC Pro Open champion. Is he looking for a third? No way through on that occasion.
Now, Brandon, I have a question for the chat and for you as well. So there's many different ways that we can go in terms of the squad building. I'm curious about attackers. If you could invest in either Mbappe or Drogba, this is a question for you and the chat, which one would you go with? Because obviously both very, very pricey. But if you could choose one, which one are you going with?
Well, I checked Mbappe's price earlier today, Case, and I'm pretty sure his Thunderstruck was... Obviously, these players aren't using the Thunderstruck because he's about 12 million coins. I just think Mbappe, there's a reason why so many people use gold Mbappe, because he is just incredible. So I'd probably have to say Mbappe. I do like a pacey player.
I'm a big fan of Drogba. I don't know what it is. Every time he shoots for me, it goes in the back of the net. He's something different. So I think I'd have to go with Drogba. But yeah, let us know in the chat which one you guys would choose on your end.
Let's do a poll if we can.
At this stage of the competition, you cannot let that happen.
Let's jump back to this one again. Anders VERJGANG 3-0 up as it currently stands against the one-off. Step overs are coming out, trademark. But the point I wanted to say, Case, is I'm sure we can all speak about it, who play Ultimate Team Champions at home as well. That Virgil van Dijk, even his goal, it just... That aerial plus play style, you cannot stop it from a corner. It's just like flipping a coin every time.
It really is. And I know that these players have workshopped their corners so much, they know to give it directly to Virgil van Dijk. As we see another goal here for the One-Os, potentially putting him back into this game. It's gonna be an uphill hill to climb, Brandon. But even one goal conceded, and Anders is upset about that one.
Well, Bobby Charlton's just said, Anders, you're taking too long on the ball there. He's pickpocketed the French defender. A little 1-2 interchange for Mbappe, and he's been able to pull away.
Cansado daquele atacante que só perde gols? Reforce seu time comprando coins de maneira rápida e segura, sem risco de banimento. Cobrimos qualquer oferta do mercado. Chame agora mesmo no link da descrição.
It's happened here again. It's another chance to the right-hand side. Michael Elise, of all people, into Mbappe, the One-Os.
Just tell me what I should do. Just tell me. Yeah, but what should I do? Just tell me what I should do. I can't.
Tell him what he should do. He needs to know. Because he might be giving away a 3-goal lead as it currently stands. We said he was in the game when he was at 0-0 or 1-0 down, let alone 3-0 down, Case.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what could happen, especially with 9-minute halves. As we see, Brandon, the poll, what are we thinking?
Wow. I mean, I saw loads of you in the chat getting involved, saying Mbappe or Drogba again. Who would you buy in that 9 million coin budget as your striker, your number 9 potentially? That is a very tightly contested poll. Mbappe just coming out on top. Who did you say in the end?
I said Drogba.
You said
So
Drogba.
shout out to all the Drogba supporters in the chat.
Garincha, is he on sides? How's he missed that? Could be able to rebound. Red time shot. Mbappe. The ball still bouncing around, and it still doesn't go in. What a chance wasted. Update over here. Leandro Peixoto, I believe, back in front. Speaking of Drogba, 4-3. You simply do not know where to look at the FC Pro Open. We knew this was going to be a great group. And we're only in round 1. Back to you, Anders VERJGANG. At the moment, you feel like all the momentum is on the side of the One-Os, who must be thinking, surely I've got a chance to get back in this game, stop a point being shared.
All right, we do have an update here in the poll, and it looks like Drogba is pulling out and potentially going to win this against Mbappe, or they're just listening to me. It's either the goals that they're seeing or they're just taking my word for it.
If I say Mbappe now, please vote Mbappe. Watch it swing again. It will swing back the other way.
I don't know about that one.
Garincha looking for that potential Trivela. Went for a ball roll inside, looking for a one more pass. Update, what have we had over here? Potentially a consolation or a start of a comeback there. Abu Fazi, what a chance this could be. The one-offs looking for a third. Time green, finesse save by Courtois. Oh no! Mbappe makes it 3-0. Up Anders VERJGANG, and he's just thrown it away.
As we see the replay here, he didn't quite get that first green time shot, but it's a defensive mistake from Virgil van Dijk. Gifted the goal for the one.
Cansado daquele atacante que só perde gols? Reforce seu time comprando coins de maneira rápida e segura, sem risco de banimento. Cobrimos qualquer oferta do mercado. Chame agora mesmo no link da descrição.
Again, 3-0 Anders was leading, now it's 3-3. Fair play to the one-offs as well. The amount of players that be in this game and think, I'm out, I'm done. 3-0 down against VERJGANG. Hello, no way. Offside.
And that's the thing, Brandon, when we talk about predictions, even on like the talent side, we've talked about a lot of names, and I think that the one-offs needs to be brought into these conversations more regularly, because I think that he's bringing himself to the table, qualifying for the group stage of the FC Pro Open back-to-back years, representing the Saudi Arabia region very, very well, and I think that he's definitely becoming a top-tier player, and we're going to see him shoot up those rankings as we continue through the competition.
So much joy he's getting out on this right-hand side. Speaking of FC Pro Love items, there's another one, Oxlade-Chamberlain. We had a few upgrades last week thanks to Nixner. Gravenberch finds Theo Hernandez. What a chance this could be for the one-offs. Bobby Charlton, cheeky chip over the top. Bobby Charlton, time to chest it down. Courtois does just enough. Quick corner comes, you know where that one's going. Oh my, let's not do this again. Can you imagine if he snatches a win here?
That would be very, very surprising, but also very exciting for him. And I think that it's an eye-opener to everyone competing in this competition to never count out anyone in this group stage, because it depends on the day. Anyone could perform or not perform.
Oxlade-Chamberlain went for a ridiculous power shot from that angle. Back to Anders, last 5 in-game minutes. Has he got a match winner in him? Drogba, dispossessed by Amsterdam. Tried to feed it into Mbappe, but he just had no real room to manoeuvre. Could be a fantastic through ball there. Theo Hernandez proving why he is in every single player's team tonight in a left-back. Last 2 in-game minutes. Dispossessed, oh no. The one-offs, what a chance this could be for him to get back down the other end. There will be one more good chance, big chance left in this one for one of these two to snatch all 3 points, to give themselves the perfect start in round 1 here in Group B of the FC Pro Open. Or is it going to be a point shared apiece? Added time of more than 1 minute maybe. Chance to break Mbappe, away from Virgil van Dijk. Numbers pulling over water ball, this could be Rafael Leo to make it 4-3! The one-offs! Better this time around in the FC Pro Open. Full-time result or not, we're in for an equaliser! 4-4! Anders VERJGANG! He's still not happy, but he's got a point on the board at least. That could have been a terrible start from him. We blinked for a second, he had a kick-off, and this is what happened, Case.
Yes, it was Garincha into Drogba. A bit of a fumble there defensively. Rayton, green times across the goal, just in the nick of time. He's able to do it to make him level up against the one-offs.
The one-offs there, he's seconds, Case, seconds away from such an incredible comeback. He was 3-0 down, as we were saying.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because this will almost feel like a loss to the 1-0, losing it in those last seconds. But we have to remember, he was down by big margins in the beginning of it, so he was able to come back. So he should be very, very proud about his performance up against Anders here, because it is not an easy task to take on someone, especially in the first round of group stage. You know, the nerves are there, but he was able to get his footing, get back into it, and he's coming away with 1 point.
Well, there you go. First round results are pretty much done. I'm looking across. Nicholas's game is still live. We can get over there.
Cansado daquele atacante que só perde gols? Reforce seu time comprando coins de maneira rápida e segura, sem risco de banimento. Cobrimos qualquer oferta do mercado. Chame agora mesmo no link da descrição.